Hello everyone, this is Isra Yusuf. I hope you did well at your exam. Today we are going to continue talking about the Red Badge of Courage. This is an English lesson for grade 8 at Finnish Systems Schools. The outcomes that are expected for you guys to have after this lesson is to understand the text, to be able to identify new words so that you can put them into sentences, and of course to do your homeworks. I'm really receiving like really few of you are doing their homeworks, and the most of you are not doing their homeworks. So I'm really devastated because I'm receiving homeworks from really a few number from you guys. So please try to do your homeworks. They are really simple. They are not that hard. You can do them within 10 minutes. So please do your homeworks and send it to me. Send it to me so that I can check them for you. So don't forget to do your homeworks because I'm waiting for your homeworks so that I can check them. Okay, we have talked about the Red Badge of Courage, and we started our unit. We started talking about the Red Badge of Courage, which is a novel plus it was directed as a movie. We talked about it. Firstly, the writer told us about the youth, which is the youth soldier, which is Henry. About his emotions, how he is afraid, how he is thinking about how is he going to fight, and he enlisted into the army, being a soldier. He was made this decision in a rush, so he is he's regretting his decision, he's regretting rushing in his decision. He's thinking about escaping from the battle. What will happen if I escape from the battle? Everyone is going to say that he escaped from the battle, he escaped from the war. What is going to happen? He's really afraid. So we started our unit talking about Henry's emotions. The author tried to deliver for us his emotions and the way he's thinking. So he was confused, really afraid, and don't know what to do. Okay, he is in the middle of something that he don't know what he's going to do. Later on, the author shows us that Henry is talking to his friends in the regiment, the same regiment, and they are talking about, and he asks them, what do you think about, would you escape from the battle and so on? So one of them said, no, I will not escape from the battle. Why would I? And the other one, his friend, the tall soldier, which is described as the tall soldier, said, of course, if I'm seeing everybody's running, of course I will run. So he did not make his final decision about what he is going to do. So he is in the middle of something that he don't know what he's going to do. Later on, the author shows us a script from the movie itself, and he shows us how the movie starts. It starts with Henry. He's in the ship, in the Gasberg ship, and he is in the dining hall. He's thinking, and he told us that he enlisted in the army in Rush, and he's looking at a picture of a girl, and he's hugging that picture. He has a lot of emotions. He's too confused. He's talking to himself in a sandwich. What I'm going to do? What will I do? He's really confused. So this is how the movie starts. Now we're going to talk about the movie script scenes also. In Zero Shot, continue. Soldiers dining hall on the spaceship Gettysburg. So, the shot continues. The scene continued. Into Jem. Now we have a new character, which is Jem. Jem, she's the leader of Henry's squadron. She's in her late 20s, wearing an officer's uniform. Henry, I bet diffidently, "Good evening, Sergeant." "Jem, have you forgotten your salute, Private?" Henry is standing at attention and saluting. So, he's the leader of Henry's squadron, which means a military force consisting of a group of aircraft or ships. So here we have it is consisting of ships. Okay, ships. Consisting of ships. Okay. She enters. She's in her late 20s. Okay, and she's wearing the officer's uniform. So Henry, a bit diffidently, which is shy, not wanting to make people notice you or talk about you. So he is like in a way that he's shy. He don't want her to talk to her. So he would say, "Good evening, Sergeant." So in a bit diffidently, which is in a voice that he's shy. He don't want anybody to talk to him, notice him. So the officers, the leader would say, "Have you forgotten your salute, Private? Have you forgotten your salute?" Salute is actually to move your right hand to your head, especially in order to show respect to an officer in the army, navy, etc. So this is actually a salute when you see especially in the army, in the forces, in the military forces, when you see someone who is he's top than you. He's has this position that he's top that you has a top position than you, a higher position than you. So you would make a salute, which is to move your right hand to your head. Okay, so Henry, he stands at attention and he starts to salute her, to do the saluting thing, to move his right hand to his head. Continuing, Jem, chuckling, "At ease, Private. I'm not one to stand on ceremony. You're up late, aren't you? Couldn't sleep? Pre-flight jitters?" So, she would tell him, "Take it easy, boy. I'm not one to stand on a ceremony. I'm not like someone who's standing on a ceremony. You're not celebrating me or something. You are up late, aren't you? Why you are staying late? You couldn't sleep? Brief flight jitters? Flight jitters? Which means here jitters like you are nervous, worried. You have a nervous, worried feeling, especially before an important event. And here is the important event, which is the battle. Okay? So how would answer Henry, trying to look nonchalant, but he is obviously nervous. He's trying to behave calmly and not worried, but he is obviously nervous. Just thinking about engaging the enemy, Sergeant. Do you know when we are moving out? So he answered her that he is only thinking about engaging the enemy, about involving into the enemy, to fight the enemy. Do you know when we are moving out? So he would ask her, Sergeant, do you know when we are moving out? Do you know when we are going to move, to start this battle? So here we have two characters, which is the protagonist of our story, of our novel, and another character, which is the Henry's leader officer, Henry's sergeant. So he's up late in the ship. He's thinking about what he is going to do, and then his leader enters, and she sees him, and she asks him, what are you doing? What you are saying up late, and what are you doing here, and so on. Are you having like this nervous before the battle, before the fighting, because the fighting is tomorrow and so on? Jetters. And he answers, he's trying to be like calm, but he's obviously nervous. He answers her that he's thinking about the battle tomorrow, okay, when they are going to fight against the enemy, against the opposite team. And he asks her, do you know when we are moving out? Do you know when we are going to start this battle? Now, you have a homework for Sunday, which is to put the words definitely and engaging in a meaningful sentences. You have each word meaning on your left. So please do your homework, because I'm waiting for your homeworks to check them. Okay, let's continue. So now he asked her. We stopped when Henry is asking his leader. He's asking his sergeant that when we are going to move out. So Jim, which is the sergeant, looks at him speculatively. I'm not sure I'm supposed to say, so keep this to yourself. We are pushing out tomorrow about 500 hours. So, now, she looks at him speculatively, which is if you give someone a speculative look, you look at them while trying to guess something about them. So she looks at him in a way that she's guessing something, okay? So she's telling him that I'm not supposed to say, but keep this for yourself. Don't tell anyone about it. We're going to move like 500 hours. 500 hours, it's actually the military forces and the soldiers and so on. They use the words, they use to say the time 500, like 800, which means like 5 o'clock and so on, okay? So, Henry, so he asks her, think we will see much action? Do you think that we are going to see like more action, like more fighting and so on? So this question shows for us that he is nervous and he's afraid of doing this fighting and engaging in this battle. So she answers him, likely we will be in a solo group with the other low-level flyers. Wait a minute. This is your first flight out, isn't it? So she answers him, likely, of course, we're going to have like a lot of action because it is a battle. So two opposite armies are fighting against each other. So of course we're going to have an action. We will be in the assault group with the other. We are going to be in the assault, which is a military attack to take control of a place controlled by the enemy. So they are going to attack. Okay, low-level flyers. Wait a minute. This is your first flight out, isn't it? So she stops for a minute and says, oh, wait a minute. This is your first flight, right? So they are having a conversation, Henry and Jim, which is his leader, his sergeant, okay? They are having the conversation. Henry is really nervous. He's really nervous. He's really nervous, but he's trying to show he's trying to be calm, and he's trying not to show that he is nervous and afraid of the battle. And Jem, she wants to know why he's waking up late and what he's doing, what is wrong with him. He asked her when they are going to move out, and she told him when, but she told him not to say for anyone because she's not supposed to say. So they're going to move 500 hours, which is 5 o'clock, and then she realizes the surgeon. She realizes that this is the first fight for Henry, which is going to happen tomorrow, as they said. So this is the first slide. She noticed that this is his first flight. That's why he is so nervous. That's why he's so afraid. That's why he's like having these jitters and so on. So, your homework for Monday is to put the words nonchalant speculatively in a meaningful sentences. So, I'm waiting for your homeworks again. You have the meanings on your left. Speculatively, which means if you gave someone a speculative look, you look at them while trying to guess something about them. Nonchalant, which means behaving calmly and not seeming interested in anything or worried about anything. So put these two words into sentences. I'm waiting for your homework so that I can check them. Please, guys, send your homework so that I can check them. The lesson has ended. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. Please do your homeworks. Check your weekly plans because they are really important. Stay safe. This is your teacher, Isra Yusuf. Bye bye.